minute? Is it taking any shine?
Definitely not.
Of the games? Is there any punishment for pulling out the way they pulled out?
No, we don't know the reasons why they're not here, but I'm sure that will be sorted out at the appropriate level. But in terms of taking the shine out, definitely not. If you go to the games village, you'll see
buzzing with life.
Buzzing with life. There's entertainment for the children every evening. They get back from the various facilities. They have DJs, they have raffle draws. So they're having fun.
And they're bonding.
And that, like I said, in itself, is a foundation that you don't know where it's going to end up. You don't know where it's going to lead to. And like Mr. Kola-Balogun said, 5 years, 6 years, 10 years down the line, these are things that these children are going to cherish. And it's just the beginning. And we are very happy to be the hosts of the maiden edition of the Dawn Games. And from what we have seen so far, I think the major objectives of the games are already being met.
Another major worry, I mean, for those who are watching very closely, is the issue of mercenary. I mean, how have you been able to control the use of mercenary to avoid one state cheating and all of that? What measures have been put in place for ensuring that those competing here are the ones that are supposed to be here and the ones that have plenty of future ahead of them?
We must remember the fact that these are the very first games.
So it may not be perfect.
So it can't be perfect. Even though I must say that Lagos State have put on a very, very good job indeed. At least so far, so good. But when we finish the games, we will look back, we will reflect, we look at the areas where we can improve and try and get it better for the future editions. But I must say, so far, so good.
How involved is the National Sports Commission in all of this? Is there a scouting mechanism in place to identify some of the standout athletes that have plenty of future ahead of them?
That was one of the things that the Central Working Committee of the Dawn Games, made up of the Honorable Commissioners, the Directors of Sports of the six states, ensured right from the beginning. The National Sports Commission has been involved right from the planning stages, and that's why we informed the DG, we informed the Honorable Minister at the time, and they sent 2 officers, the Southwest Zonal Representative, Dr. Steve Olarinyo. He's part of the Central Working Committee, so he's been with us from the planning stages. He's here right now. Mr. Peter Nelson, the Deputy Director in the National Sports Commission Sports Planning Department, is here as well. Not only that, we invited all the Secretary Generals of the national federations of the sports and a board member of each of them. So you have 2 representatives of the national federations here in Lagos. I was talking to the Secretary General of the National Basketball Federation, and he said they are here with their team to scout for those that they can put into the national programs at those age group levels. So there's a full integration and there's a full partnership with the National Sports Commission, and it's not just ending there. We believe that there will be a progression from the Dawn Games to the African Youth Games, to the International Youth Olympics, and so on, and then to the main Olympics. And I was glad when I saw the people from the National Sports Commission at those various levels, the scouts, the Secretary Generals, doing that kind of work and taking notes when they visited the venues.
How well do you see State of Osun? How well do you see them perform?
You should trust my.
Are you winning?
You should trust my winning.
But when isn't running, isn't playing the football.
He will not send a team
that won't win
unless we are fully prepared. I tell you what. Before we came, I met up with him. I think it was last week Wednesday. I told him, and he said to me that, look, Commissioner, are you prepared? I said yes. He said, make sure that the state of Osun is fully represented at the match past. I want the colors of my state to be fully displayed. Then he asked me, how many athletes are you taking? I told him. How many officials? I told him. He said, good. You're sure you're ready? I said, yes. And that's
Go and win.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, athletics is starting,
Which
is like, I mean, the hotbed. What are we expecting? I mean, from athletics, from the organizers, from Lagos State, as we get into the real activity of the Dawn Games tomorrow?
Yeah, athletics has perhaps the highest number of entries
medals
from all the states. So we expect a very competitive atmosphere. Just like what we saw in swimming today. Swimming also has quite a high number of medals, and it was quite competitive. Though I must say the 10 events that were concluded today, Lagos State got 10 gold medals.
Wow, clean sweep.
I think even if Osun wins everything in athletics, we
still have a lot of
catching up to do.
Lagos State, you know how they are.
But I must
Yes.
say, I must say, I've been quite impressed with basketball. You know, talents from the various states, tennis, and you know those sports that you don't really look out for, but we've seen that there are actually stars that can be taken to the next level in those sports, and I'm sure there are many of them that we will see when the other sports begin tomorrow. I think tomorrow we have chess, we have Scrabble starting, athletics, and badminton will also be starting on Wednesday.
All right, we have to wrap it up on this note and wish State of Osun the best of luck, and of course also tell you that you need to encourage these secondary school kids by going to watch some of these games at the Dawn Games. We'll continue to update you from this end and tell you exactly what is going on at the Dawn Games. We need to go on a quick break now. When we return from the break, Tobi Adepoju will be joining me. Oyi Chumajiko will be making a return to the show. We'll be talking about the Glow Premier League. Amazing results over the weekend. Plenty of goals, plenty of excitement.
Life has just got easy.
All right, thank you for staying with us. It's still Sports Tonight, and we've made a quick change. I'm sure you enjoyed every bit of what we talked about for the Dawn Games. But let's go quickly to the Glow Premier League and take a look at the results of games played over the weekend. We'll also look at the top four, the bottom four, and some other interesting stories coming out from the Glow Premier League. Oyin Uchwachukwu is back, and of course, Tobi Adepoju is looking like an oil magnet.
Good to be here.
Tobi, good to have you on Sports Tonight. What was the highlight of the weekend for you? For me,
Yeah, in Akure.
Akure, that's it.
6 goals thriller.
Six goal thriller. 3-1 at some point in time. Sharks came back
Came back to score 2 goals.
to score 2 goals.
interesting
Amazing.
results.
What's the secret behind Sharks of Port Harcourt?
Really, I think Ogubote has been wonderful. He has been one of the managers since he started at Gateway, moved to Sunshine Stars last season.
Quiet achiever.
Quiet achiever. Only for him to win a major title, and I think it's possible this season. I think they've been consistent on the law for like 6 or 5 weeks now, and interesting result they got in a row.
Yeah, let's run through the results for you. Sunshine 3, Sharks 3. That was on Saturday. That was a dramatic game, 6 goal thriller. At some point, Sharks were 3-1 down. An away team. They didn't sit back. They went forward and got 2 more goals and took a point off Sunshine Stars. For Gbenga Gumbote, it was a personal message that he was sending to Sunshine. You were not fair to me. Now I've come to show you what quality I'm made of. We'll talk more about that game later on. Kano Pillars, 2-0 over Nasarawa United in Kaduna at the Ahmadu Bello Stadium. Dolphins needed a penalty goal from Emmanuel Olowo to beat Akwa United 1-0. The game was live on TV. Nembe winning their second game on the bounce. Nembe will look at Sharks last season as inspiration. Last season, Sharks were at this point
At the
bottom of the log.
And they ended up among the top 10.
And they ended up among the top 10. So Nembe will be looking at that. We have some other results of matches played over the weekend. I hope we can just run through the other results before we talk about the top 4 and the bottom 4. So let's just quickly see other results of Glow Premier League games played over the weekend so that we can talk about those games before we talk about the top 4 and talk about the bottom 4. If we can get the results of the other games, we will appreciate it as well very quickly. But Toby, we're talking about Nembe bottom, 2 wins on the bounce. They will look at that as some inspiration.
Yeah, just like you said, at some time it was looking to them as if Sharks would not survive it, and then we got relegated. But when Ogubote came on board and they survived and ended up among the top 10 for Nembe City. I just think maybe when the transfer opened, they will get some quality players. They need to tax their coaching crew up. They still have a chance, they still got a couple of games to play, but they need to start picking points on the road. Yes, they pick the points in Nevada against Kano FC, but they still need to pick more points on the road. And at the second start, they will travel to a difficult ground. But just like we said, we can't confirm them doomed for relegation.
Not yet. Okay, other results now. Thank you to our team working behind the scene, the graphics guys. Abia Warriors beat Lobby Stars 2-1 in Umahia. Taraba United beat Bayelsa United 2-1. Eyimba needed a goal from Sani Keita, the returning. Yeah, beautiful goal against his former club. 1-0 it ended. Warri Wolves needed a goal from Bolaon Salami, a 6th goal of the season to beat Atlant. Yeah, he's been scoring goals for Warri Wolves, and that's the first time Warri Wolves will be beating Atlant in 3 seasons in Warri. So that's a good one for Bolaon Salami. Giwa beat Gombe 1-0. The save of the season, unfortunately we can't get to the pictures of that. The save of the season by Chigozie Agbim, written up by a lot of people, but they produced an amazing save in that game to keep the scoreline very low. And of course, Rangers are bouncing back to winning ways, 2-0 over Crown FC. Let's look at the top 4 now very quickly and see what it looks like at the top of the log. You saw a little bit of it earlier on the show. Sharks are on top. Surprise, surprise, Nasarawa United 2nd on the log, Warri Wolves 3rd on the log. Look at the goal difference. +1, -1, +2 in the top 4. That should be worrying, no?
Yeah.
Should be worrying for us.
Yeah, really worrisome.
How do you have a negative goal difference and you are on top of the log?
Top of the log. I mean, it shows that you are not scoring goals, and it also shows the quality of strikers in the Global Premier League. I think it's a worry for the coaches and for the LMC. They should come up with a strategy, perhaps train some of our coaches, to impact on the goal scoring abilities of our players.
Bottom 4, Toby, Heartland of Owerri. Despite the fact that they lost their first game in 9 games, they are among the bottom 4. Gombe United as well, Kaduna United, and Nembe. Look at the goal difference for Nembe, -14. That's a mountain to climb. That could count against them at the end of the season if they don't begin to cancel out all of those deficits.
It's going to be difficult for them. They need to start winning. They need to start scoring plenty of goals if they want to survive. For Atlant, like you said, they are just special in this season. But they are really doing good in recent games. I think they've not lost again in about 6 games. They've drawn about 4 games in that 6. And if they get the victory over the weekend, but I think they will still move up. They will still move up. Kelechi Emefiele is one of the most experienced managers in the league.
And the team plays good football.
They play good football. I think with Bradley Chike going forward, they will still dominate.
Let's close the show. Okay, maybe talk about it before we close the show and talk about AFCON 2015. Rangers, Sunshine, over the weekend, wielding the big stick on their players and their coaches. For Rangers, they placed 5 players on suspension, including AFCON hero Christian Obiozo. And then Sunshine, for the first time, they didn't do anything to the players. The coaches are on half salary.
I think the issue of Rangers, the reason they gave was quite laughable. When you are saying that players are not commitment, what is a yardstick for measure? If a player misses training, maybe he gets unnecessary cards during the game, you can begin to punish a player that they played a game and you just concluded that they were not committed. I mean,
maybe they saw the boys are not committed. But let's talk about the Sunshine issue. The coaches are on half salary.
I think it's funny. I think the management is getting it wrong. Sunshine are on 18 points. They are just 5 points behind the leaders, Sharks FC. The big point at difficult ground this season.
In Kano,
in Kano, they almost got a victory in Kano, in Uyo. They look very, very good on that area, and I think this is surprising. But it is shocking when you read all this news. Are these things included in the players and the coaches' contract? If not, LMC should just check this up and also caution the teams, the team management.
Interesting. Coaches on half salary. Wow, amazing. Well, the race to AFCON 2015 is on across the African continent. Preliminary games are being played, and remember that Nigeria is in the same group with South Africa, Sudan, and one of Rwanda, Namibia, Congo, and Libya will be joining those 3 in the group to see who qualifies for AFCON 2015. In our group, Libya and Rwanda played out the draw, and Namibia beat Congo 1-0. So we are now having an idea of those who could come through to join Nigeria, South Africa, and Sudan in our group.
Obviously, when you look at the recent pedigree, one will be forced to tip Libya from the center of what they did at the last time.
Let me run through the results you're seeing on your screen. Malawi beat Chad 2-0, Libya, Rwanda goalless, Namibia 1-0 over Congo, Mozambique whitewashed South Sudan 5-0, Sao Tome and Principe, and Benin Republic. I think it was Benin Republic with the away win. In that game.
Yeah, they won 2-0. Sesenyo, Benin Republic International.
Scoring the goal. Madagascar 2-1 over Uganda, Tanzania 1-0 over Zimbabwe, Burundi, and Botswana. playing out a goalless draw. These are selected results from the 2015 Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers played over the weekend. And of course, we hope Nigeria will qualify, successfully defend the trophy we won in South Africa last year. That's how we have to wrap it up. Toby, thank you for your time. I like your looks today. And Onye, thank you as well for coming on the show. Thank you to you as well for watching Sports Tonight. We'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye now.